Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fatum Aeterna, Lord of the Dead, Fatum Aeterna, the fate of the Eternal to forever act as the avatar of death against the corrupted mortals. Those of you who are keen may have noticed we have a new friend. And there's so much experimenting that's about to happen, I'm very excited. Today, we might approach the inventor. If it's in the title, then we did. But my goal for today is to clear up to the inventor and then leave him for the next episode to be all dramatic, cliffhangery. You know how it is. But our new friend is a Dark Knight Nyarlathotep, name suggested by Kirvets, thank you. And this was so long ago that this name suggestion is actually what made me want to look for other Lovecraftian name suggestions. Nyarlathotep, the man in black, the one who wants to see the world destroy and slowly twists the perspectives of everyone around him, because he's awesome. The Dark Knight, a living shell of armor that's full of dark magic. So I figured that was quite the appropriate name suggestion. So I talked a lot last time, so I'm going to try and keep it quick here so that we can get to the fighting. But Nyarlathotep is here because I have an idea. I've heard before that the Dark Knight is capable of buffing his Hollow Stare, which we've upgraded to Stare into the Void, to levels beyond fathoming. To this being just the ultimate freaking stress bomb. And that, my friends, is what I want to see. The other path is just increases the amount of damage it deals from Dread, but this one increases the damage based on the amount of buff or debuffs on the target. And we are approaching a target that puts a lot of buffs on himself. That's also true for later in the game. The rest of the stuff doesn't really matter, but we do have Dark Cleansing, Cleaning, which remove all debuffs from the Dark Knight and restore our mana, because we've been kind of slacking on the mana restoration bit. Also give us a little wrath. We have the stance here, No Tomorrow. I've used this before. But basically the Dark Knight enters a stance, and then each time a debuff is applied to an enemy, of which we apply quite a few, curses count, the Dark Knight will hit him for a little bit of stress damage. Down here I went with All Is Dust. I like the luck, and this will do more damage based on buffs or debuffs. You can sense a trend going here, can't you? But I don't really plan on using this. This is primarily just to get Nyarlathotep back into position if he gets knocked backwards. Now, the thing about the Dark Knight, he's a pretty good tank, but he's more for people who haven't unlocked the Bone Golem and the Black Widow, both of which severely outclass him in the tanking department. That's why he's in second place, and Ossifrage remains unmovable in first place. But his feature makes it so he cannot be critically hit, which is nifty, and his Wrath ability makes it so that he siphons life from everyone, from all enemies, 12 exactly. You can, of course, make that instead of 12, 15, or you can make it so that it's a single target in 35. I still haven't decided which one I want, but I usually go with the Dark Greed, because this makes his heal still powerful even if you've whittled down to like one enemy. Whereas the default and other path, you kind of want to have 3 or more enemies left so that you heal more than the other path. Does that make sense? But 10 Vigor from Ravenous Abyss is pretty good. Pretty good. Also, we created the vampire last time, and I'm not going to use her for a while. We're looking for a few pieces to make this puzzle work, but name suggestion, Lefts. I wrote it down so I don't forget. Rokon Brightside, thank you. Their recommendation was Mavra, which is the most prominent vampire of the Black Court in the Dresden Files series. I've actually never read Dresden Files, and everything I know about it is because my best friend loves the audiobooks for it, that he listens to whenever he goes any distance. Or used to, I don't know if he still does. So, awesome. Dresden Files, from what my understanding, it's like a modern, magical, fantasy thing. So it's right up my alley. I just never really got around to doing it. But anyway, Mavra's here. She will be here eventually. We definitely want to try and make this work with a skeleton, but that hour is not quite yet. And as for our talent points, I was lamenting on what to do here. And I've come to a conclusion. And it's a weird conclusion. So don't judge me too hard. Our options, Alchemy, we are right here at Durable Materials. It costs exactly 3 points. If you have exactly 3 points, it would make sense to get more Vigor for everyone. And honestly, this is probably what my brain is telling me I should pick. But I'm not going to. In Magic, we should probably head towards the Finger of Death, because this is an amazing spell that is literally game-winning. We probably should do that. But we're not going to. We're going to the Ire Tree, and we're going to go down this far right path. Now what this does
It will be a messy slaughter.
Is this entire path gives you bonuses based on how much wrath you have at the start of a minion's turn. So the Drums of War, if at the start of a turn, if you have 25 wrath at least, that minion will gain +2 initiative for 2 turns. So it'll move faster, which is nice, I guess, because we're moving very slowly right now. The next one, the Frenzy Howling. At the start of its turn, a minion gains +4 dread for 1 turn if Iratus has at least 50 wrath.
Rivers will run red.
Now, at the next talent point for this, at the start of a turn, a minion will restore 5 vigor if Iratus has at least 75 wrath. This is a very nice, just like small heal over time that does become noticeable as combat drags on. I like it a lot. But what I'm really curious in is something I've never used before, and that's why I'm curious about it. Battle Eternal. All units, friendlies and foes, recover all vigor. You might be wondering, well, this is healing your enemies. Why is this good? Because it's vigor, not sanity. So this can be used if you are focusing on stress like I am. I'm focusing on it to the point of obsession, so just keep that in mind. You can use this to protect your minions while still killing your foes with heart attacks. I'm very curious to see how it works, because I never used it before, and hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. Hopefully. Speaking of all that, we should probably hold these Digger Souls to upgrade the Obelisk or something. As much as I'd like more parts. Oh, never mind, that's 100. Alright, Obelisk it is. We're saving for that. Onward to the next combat. Elite Dwarven Warrior, Dwarven Warrior, Dwarven Geomancer, and Elite Dwarven Trader. So the idea here, I've been thinking non-stop about how we're going to deal with the Inventor. And I thought I was about to talk about it last time, but I kind of ran out of time and then got all emotional and sort of thing. So, I'll talk about it now. The Inventor, in case you weren't aware, is a dwarf. A little dwarf that, how much does this guy, so this guy's 1 buff and 1 debuff. How much does this hit? 50's not bad. That can be a lot better. The Inventor is a dwarf, and he has 3 pylons alongside him. And usually the way that I do this, the way that I fight that boss, is I double dip on damaging the Inventor, who has 999 armor and 999 resistance. Screw you, Geomancer. And killing his pylons. By killing the pylons, he will take 100 damage. But of course it's not so simple, because he will restore. This is going to bring this guy down to 0, isn't it? Not that button. This button. Yes, 103. I guess I'm just going to shift this. He will rebuild any pylons that are destroyed. And for each pylon that's destroyed, deals 100 damage to him. And of course some of his pylons heal them, some of them apply wards, some of them do all sorts of very annoying things. But this time, appropriate to theme, we're going to try and stress kill him, which is going to be quite challenging. So honestly, I'm not sure how this is going to go, but I have the theory down. And the theory is that we're going to have Nyarlathotep up front. Is it time for this? No, I need to heal. Nyarlathotep is going to be up front, and Nergleth is going to be second place. And then Mofdet, oh wait no, Nergleth is third, Mofdet will be second, our mummy, and then we'll have the Banshee in the back. Well, you need to heal pretty desperately. So that was a very good heal. Full heal. And, well, you're dead. Good. Good. And then Loviatar will be in the back, so that she can apply these chilling whale buffs. The mummy is there primarily to eat the stun debuffs. Well, to move backwards, I need to use a physical attack. Or let's give him a whip.
Strength through pain.
I think that's the first time I've ever used that ability. It's a pretty good ability. Guess I'm going to try and kill this guy.
Your frail bodies fail
And the
you.
idea is going to be Nyarlathotep and Nyarlathotep are going to be focusing on the inventor to kill him. We might need Mafdet to assist with that somehow. I'm not entirely sure yet. But something that's going to be a little tricky is to get him out of the 4th position, because that's where he starts. And Nyarlathotep can't use his, like, any of his abilities on him. Good, you dodged them all this time. Yeah, he can't use Plague Breath or Plague Fall on him in the final position, so that's going to be a little tricky. This guy's just dead. Oh no,
your
he's not.
frail body.
That was the other one. The other one already killed itself. Fair. Fair enough. So that's kind of the immediate plan. Sorry if it didn't make sense. I got very distracted by not dying here. It's kind of important to me. 93. Not bad. I have high expectations for Nyarlathotep. Hopefully not too high. I was also discussing with Solus more science and mathematics. Lovely topic, isn't it? And apparently critting isn't calculated by the armor mitigation in this. Like, the extra damage of critting isn't calculated by armor. So, or at least less so.
Maybe I'll craft this one into
So it's curious. We might be able to get Nyarlathotep to just basically, well, it doesn't apply to stress damage anyway, but you'll get the idea. If you have a high level critter like a bride, you can kind of negate some of the armor without healing it away. An interesting thought. The other science I was discussing was that the Dark Knight, I've mentioned before, he's kind of a beginner tank, because he just gets outclassed by the Bone Golem and the Black Widow. But if you can find multiple ways of having just flat damage percentage mitigation, then his armor suddenly has a lot more value, and he cannot be crit, so that extra damage that isn't calculated by armor in the same way doesn't apply. There's a lot of potential that I think I've ignored for the Dark Knight, and that's why he's here, because I want to see it. Also, Ossifarce is getting more vigor. To think we can do this 4 more times. We can get 20 more health. And he has no rare parts, by the way. It's all uncommon. And so is Nyarlathotep's. These can both be a lot better. I'd like some legendary parts, please, video game. Ooh. So we can upgrade Plague Garden. I don't think I've ever actually upgraded this. So we can go one direction. This curses all enemies until the battle ends, dealing 50%. So it's up 10%. Okay. And it gives us 5 evasion. Or, oh, reduce the wrath cost. And gives us 5 luck. I'm actually pretty torn on this. A 10% upgrade is not the best. How much does this cost? So if we upgrade... If we go with Garden of Decay, we should be able to use 2 Wraths in 1 turn. That seems pretty good. And I like the luck. We'll go with that.
My enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
I'm also looking for a very specific item for Nyarlathotep called the Crow's Paw. This makes it so that every time you hit, you apply a curse. And we hit 4 times with Plaguefall. So I'm thinking that would go in over Nails of Pain. Because having Vampire Fangs is just safe on Eternal Harvest. Is this the safe thing to do? What does this need? It needs a mummy. But I mean, if we're feeling greedy, which depends on the day, I might be feeling greedy enough, we could keep the Nails of Pain. That's an option too. Alright, Obelisk is complete. We'll be receiving a maximum amount of Digger Souls after every combat, and hopefully that gets us somewhere. Now, this time, we are going to be going to the Sacrificial Altar to test against the Wiki. According to the Wiki for the Banshee, we will get 3 random parts, an item that varies. The one that they say was confirmed is the Boiling Blood, which is the Yolo Solo item, and a Mana Stone. That's what it says we're going to get. I don't believe it at all, but we'll find out if it's right. Bye-bye, Banshee. We got a Mana Crystal. Is that the same thing as the Mana Stone? 3 items, and the Cannibal's Jaw. The minion receives plus 12 attack and plus 12 dread when ally dies. Someone was actually testing that, weren't they? Can't remember who. Someone left a comment for a YOLO solo Lich, and they would use the Cannibal's Jaw to give attack because the Lich, not just the YOLO solo, can summon skeletons that obviously you can just sacrifice or watch die. Or like bring out a Bone Golem and then have him blow up. And get free plus 12 attack and plus 12 dread. Interesting. Personally, I'm not a fan of items that are when ally dies, but I've also never done a summoning build. I've heard they're quite interesting. Oh dear. Alright, we are looking at a Berserker, Hammerer, Oracle, and Fire Thrower. We've never fought a Fire Thrower thus far. And I hate them. I hate them a lot. So, how do I do this? There are a few things we can do here to try and counteract the Fire Thrower. I probably have the Pokedex for him. Oh yeah, we have a complete Pokedex on this floor. So the Heavy Fire Thrower does 2 things. 1, if he is not in the first position, he will enter stance that gives him plus 6 armor and plus 6 resistance and move forward every single turn. Once he's in the first position, he will shoot you with ignition damage. It's very irritating. And he just does that repeatedly until he's moved out of the first position or he's dead. So the way I like to counteract the Heavy Fire Thrower is 1, to trap him in place with the Fallen Dump here. Is that the only... I think the Wraith can do... Gareth, where are you? Yes, we could Cold Grasp him as well. Or to move him. And I believe Mothdet can do that. Mothdet can move him back 1 spot. Loviatar can randomly move him. Okay. I'm okay testing this. That should be fine. Oh, also, let's take a look at our items real quick. We don't have any consumables that I really like. I was discussing... we got this last time. This unlocks a Secret Destruction spell that is Chain Lightning. Awesome spell in World of Warcraft. Not bad here. You can use it to pierce quite a few wards. The issue is that it's pretty expensive. 30 mana is not cheap. I said I might use it, but I might not. What do I have equipped? I have the Wizard's Robe equipped. Do I need this? Oops. So the Wizard's Robe will peel off a ward from the Oracle and the Hammerer. That's probably fine. That's probably good enough if I were to take a guess. Do I have the glass thing equipped? I do. I dislike the glass dagger, but I think it's good enough for what we're doing. Even though it's better with Gardathnaka, because Gardathnaka has 2 block and 2 ward, and is evasive. It's kind of like a double whammy. The double beneficial moment. So we kind of want to wait. Okay, we have 3 targets. 4 to all of these are targets. Okay.
You will soon embrace your new existence.
Look at that crit. And crit, good news, crit also applies sanity damage to everyone else. So that's worth remembering. I really don't want to do what I'm thinking about doing. So this deals bonus damage for for blocks and wards. Or not, sorry, blocks and wards. For buff and debuff. And this guy's a buff. And I really want to press it. I really do. I can't resist. It is worth noting that the Dark Knight Nyarlathotep is not a finisher. It's a good thing Ossifrage is so freaking tanky. He's not really a finisher. He's here to apply large bursts of stress damage And then we need, like, Nyarlathotep to finish them off. Which is what I was going to do. Guess I'm going to use magic. You can get an item that... I could enter my... You can get an item that makes it so you can't be moved. But, we don't have that item. If I move him, what are the chances he moves to the first position? It's 1 in 4. You know, I'm going to wait. Wait and then move him. This was smart. Good job. That was the right call. Okay. I need you to die, Mr. Berserker. Okay.
Toss them in.
I could have just waited for the cursed and hoped. But we're not about that. We aren't about that here. No hope. There's no hope. And that wasn't exactly what I meant, but you get it. We don't let the dark gods of RNG always dictate what we do. I could try and prevent this from happening. That's a thing I could try and do. But I think this is more irritating. Good. Good. Now that does leave a slight problem. Ow. Okay, it leaves a few slight problems. Problem number 1. We're still marked on Ossifrage. If I move him, does that break his stance? And it would put him in first place. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna puke on him. Okay, that's
Savor these last few heartbeats.
If the heavy fire thrower doesn't die before the hammerer. Ow. I forgot that it stuns. Okay. Now we could remove... we can't break this stance as long as he has block. So that's kind of what's happening here. Okay. That was good. That was good. I am pretty confident in Ossifrage's ability to survive this. Which means I want to put this on Nyarlathotep. Oh wait, no, I don't have to. Aha!
End of magic.
Wow, I could have done that quite a bit sooner. That's okay. It's fine. I forgot we had to... and that, my friends, is why you pick Dispel. That's why you do it. Alright, Curse, do your job. I believe in you. I believe in you so much, I just rolled again. Oh, it did break his stance. Nice. Nice. Alright. So we now know that's an option. We have an option to do that.
Brave are an excellent source of fresh corpses.
So the Oracle's gonna leave. We know that. So I might as well heal a little bit. Bye, Oracle. I thought about killing her, but...
mine is the winning side.
we needed to kill everything else, so she got to live. Isn't that just how it is sometimes? Murder Banshee. How expensive would Murder Banshee be, I wonder? Also, where are they? There are quite a few talents here. Yeah, look at this. We can pick up a ton of evasion through here that I didn't even think about when I was previously calculating how much evasion she could have. So if we don't put another point in, we can get 8 more, bringing us to 59 from this No Stance and from the Shattering Howl upgrade. Which is the upgrade I want anyway, because that's for Murder Banshee. Which we probably won't see from Loviatar, but it is an option, you know? Options are great. Keep them open. Don't burn your bridges. In most circumstances. Most circumstances. Alright, RNG. What do we want from Tzeentch? We want Crow's Paw. I'd accept Mandibles as well. Drop a Divinity would be great, but I don't think I can get that here. Let us see what... Oh, this is for Iratus. Coffins are for the things, duh. Whenever an enemy moves... Meh. I guess I'm taking the fork.
Ooh, more for me.
I thought I was going to say not for me. Alright, well the fork allows us to farm additional parts. We do have... What are we looking at here? We have a set that kind of lets us just farm. With the Vagrant's Rags and the Outdoor Fork, we can just try and farm parts, and better parts. That is something we have available to us. But do we think that Berserker, Elite Alchemist, Trader, Heavy Fire Thrower is something we can farm on? That's the question. I don't know. You know... What do I know? There are so many things in this game that you want in the 3rd position, and so few things in this game that you want in the 4th position. This is how it be sometimes. I'm thinking of something dangerous. This is what I'm thinking of. Guruthnaka, can you survive in the 2nd position? Is that a thing you can do? I need Nurgla in... What is this ability again? So this gives initiative, accuracy, and luck. I've never used this, but I probably should. Because using this and then hitting the Trader seems like a good idea. You know, the Trader is an elite, so he'll have less evasion than usual. The problem with Guruthnaka being here is that the Berserker can just eat his block, like, instantaneously. And I'm not confident in his evasion yet. It's not up there. We would need basically all of this. Alright. We're one with the same crew. Even though I think there are better options.
Skeleton will clean up this mess later.
Let's see what we got. We can do this. I believe. Have faith. The Wizard's Robe ate these wards, I'm pretty sure. That's why they're not there. Because they do have wards. I'm a-thinking. Because we have quite a few threats here. And by quite a few, I mean a lot. One of those threats, well, goodbye Glass Dagger stuff, is directly in front of me. That was nice. That was 1 point away from being 69. What a shame. He skipped his turn. That was pretty good. I could open up with a heal, but I'm going to have a little bit of confidence. Oh, confidence. Show me your confidence. I want to press this button, but I don't. But I do. Sure. Plus 20 dread, plus 31 dread. I could probably kill somebody. This is a lot of damage. I was going to use Cursed, the garden thing, but it worked. Now, if I can get him out of the first position, this might be good. Okay, well. I cleansed his buff. That's the most I can offer. I need to interrupt the Trader. Ossifrost is already gone. Let's wait and see what happens. Oh, that scream. I didn't miss that. I didn't miss that scream at all. So what this does is an ally takes targeted damage, removes all debuffs from them, restore sanity, and increase initiative. It's not what I want to see. It's not. I guess I'll just reclaim my mana. Hey! That's why I wanted to move him. In case you're curious. Alright, Ossifrage.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
This is about a 50-50 to hit. 50-50. Please. Nailed it. Has there ever been a more reliable character than Ossifrage? I don't think so. I don't think so one bit. We're gonna wait. Well, I'm gonna have to do it anyway, so feels bad. Ooh, I might be able to kill him. I'm gonna garden here. Everyone's gonna get cursed, and then you're gonna... Oh. I was supposed to say, and then you're gonna move him away. But that would... remove his buff. That we missed. Feels bad. Do I think I can kill him right now? Right here, right now. Yes. Let's go, Nyarlathotep.
Terror will overflow.
Hey, we did it! Greed is good. Oh, Ossifrage. My man. You are remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. Does Insanity count as a debuff? Be great if it did. Never connecting. Feels bad. Well, Chilling Whale. I was talking about...
Ashes
with Mario, I believe.
Dust, dust.
That the other upgrade path for the Banshee there... the other upgrade path for the Whale buff is to give both attack and dread. I think it's plus 14 attack and plus 14 dread instead of just plus 20 dread. And I think that is more...
This one voided its bowels just as it died.
more versatile. Oh, look at that damage. I didn't even see what it was. It just looked great. I think it's more versatile, and it will enable more combinations of stuff. Because you can bring an attacker and buff
Soon
it.
this world will be mine.
And don't forget that it buffs the Banshee's attack as well, which increases the damage of her stun. Minions gain plus 5... Nope. Nope. I don't like losing accuracy, video game. I find it very important. Alright, we're going to pull out Skeletor, put in Mothdet, because I'm going to need Mothdet. We have finally reached strength 15, so we can go ahead and upgrade Shieldbanger into the Creepy Clank. This will make it so that as long as something isn't warded, the enemy will undergo a sanity check. And because we are wearing the Shackles of War, they can only go insane. Beautiful. I do also want to upgrade the Smite to Vorpal Smite because of a synergy between the Lost Soul and the Skeleton. What else do we have here? Vigor feels like the safe option. It does. Alright. Vigor it is. 120 Vigor. Alright. This is the item that I was talking about earlier. The coffin gives items for minions, so we're looking for... Where do I spend these 2 points? Accuracy would be nifty. We can get 1 luck, 1 evasion. Get some initiative. I'll take 1 luck, 1 evasion, why not? They don't scale horribly well, but they're there. Alright. Crow's Paw. Drop a Divinity. Mandibles I'll take. I can't think of anything else at the moment. I mean, we got another... I'm sorry, Solus. Bane Aura. This increases Iratus' spell power by 12. We have one on Garath, I believe. Bloated Flesh. At the start of its turn, the minion restores 6 Vigor for each unfilled squad slot. Kind of a YOLO solo item, but plus 18 Vigor start of a turn is not usually the best it could be. And the armor plates reduce damage received by 10%. Solus, in his current run, is on floor 5, so the final floor, and has seen none of these.
A dark collecting.
And this is my third. I'm sorry. I feel your pain. I've been there. Alright. We have an elite berserker, elite hammerer, elite treasurer, and oracle. Okay. Okay. I think... I don't know what I think. Is it time for Garath to come in? What's the difference here between Garath and... No, it's not time for that. Should I distill, though? Or can Ossifrage heal himself? Ossifrage can heal himself. Absolutely. Without question. I don't doubt for a single second that Ossifrage can heal himself. Look at all these blocks and wards. This is what I was warned about. Because starting on floor 3, apparently in Eternal Harvest, there are just a bazillion blocks and wards. Which I believe. So, we'll have to figure out a strategy for that. Hey, look, you got motivated. You got a buff. Guess what I'm going to do? Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's not beautiful that it gave me Berserk. Okay. Think. I'm thinking Dispel.
End of magic.
I also need Garath to go away. Not Garath. I need Nyarlathotep to go away.
Now that's gonna leave a mark.
Okay. So here's where we're at. Ooh, nifty. Go away. Thanks! That was a 142 crit. Good job, Leviatar. Is this Berserk again? Son of a... It's fine. It's fine. I definitely need to move. Okay. See, I've mentioned this before, but that is the danger of evasion tanks, or relying on evasion. If you dodge, excellent. If you don't, freaking rip. And that's all there is to it. I can probably kill him. Oh, I'm gonna heal. That's what I'm gonna do. Don't you dare. Die. Die.
Become
Yes.
part of the breathless tide.
That went well. Alright. How much accuracy do you... You have a lot of accuracy. Remember, for each point of accuracy, evasion is offset. So, let's protect Leviatar. And keep protecting her. Probably could have Chilling Wailed there. Well. Did he make a coin sound when he got hit? Yeah, it's Chilling Wail. I might even use more magic because we have a thing. Wait, shouldn't I use that for health? So many decisions. You aren't cursed. You're down to 0. Oh no. I like that sound.
Extinction of life.
Yep, just keep healing. What could possibly go wrong? That could go wrong. Nyarlathotep really doesn't care about your wards. It really doesn't. Unfortunately, they do stop Leviatar. And good old Nyarlathotep. Neither of them can do much about it. But look at that, Nyarlathotep is almost back to full. And that is the power of the Vampire Fangs. You wouldn't think that they would be needed, but they do work.
Carve open their husks.
Bye-bye. More nails of pain. Wonderful. Just what I wanted. Ooh, creepy doll. Fun fact. You can use the creepy doll to trigger the vampire's effects. Her feature in this item. You can pop it and everything will go insane. Wait, doesn't... Is that true? Ah, so they could become inspired, which would be silently bad. But if you have the Shackles of War, they can't, so... You know. More synergy. Isn't synergy wonderful? Alright, Ossifrage. It still makes me laugh. Ossifrage has 101 accuracy, and he's still hitting traders that have close to 50 evasion. That's like a 50-50 roll. If not more, sometimes. But he still nails it every single time. He's just the best. So, with these points, I kind of want to hold out and get more evasion, which means holding out for 3 more levels. I feel like we're gonna need it. I don't know why, but I just can't shake that feeling. Speaking of evasion, Nyarlathotep can get some more as well. That or we just hold out for more luck. Or dread. Next level we can get either. Oh man, the greed, I can feel it. I can feel it like crawling up my spine. Hold for the dread. Hold for the dread. You don't need anything else. I'm gonna go ahead and heal here, I think. We'll heal. Just restore all of our vigor. So just so everyone knows what we're looking at here. I might clean this up off screen because there's a lot there. Just so everyone knows what we are looking at for this boss. Ossifrage is going to sit out. The reason being that there is actually not a lot of damage happening in the inventor fight. So we don't really need Ossifrage and his unbreakable body. Sorry, bro. But thank you for your services. Couldn't have done it without you. We're going to have Nyarlathotep up in the first slot. Because he can take the brunt of the damage. And of course he can heal if we need to. And he's going to be there to be stress bombing the crap out of the inventor. Nyarlathotep is going to be in the third slot. I don't know why I'm moving forward. Because we're probably going to be using primarily Plaguefall. One of the pylons cleanses the inventor every single turn, so it's not a good idea to stress bomb him. Loviatar, well, sorry, excuse me, wrong term. Not a good idea to curse bomb him, because the curses will just be cleansed by the pylons. Loviatar is going to be here in the 4th position, providing the Chilling Whale buff, and of course her own single target ability that can purge buffs from... Wait a minute. That's kind of antithetical to what we want, because Nyarlathotep will be doing this anyway. We kind of, because the inventor scales buffs every single turn, and we kind of want him to scale up Stare into the Void into Oblivion. Which kind of changes things a bit. Mothdead, of course, is also here to absorb curses, absorb curses. He wants to eat the stuns that the pylons and the inventor himself can put out. If he gets the debuff, we can Hex or Vengeance Beam it. He can apply his own curse damage as well, and if necessary, we can move him to the 3rd position to Clinging Wraps the inventor to pull him back into the position we find desirable. Now, with Loviatar, I wanted to use the Scream to pull the inventor out of his position and then just keep him where he is. Because he only moves backwards if he recreates a pylon, and if we're not killing the pylons, he can't recreate them. But purging buffs is not ideal. Unless we just don't care. Like, maybe the Chilling Whale is just enough for her to do. Who else can we even put in the 4th slot? This purges buffs as well. We definitely wouldn't want Gareth Naka here. It might just be, I mean, if we want, we could have Chambleur. She would apply wards, but it would reduce the damage. And heal in case we need it. I wouldn't want her to use Inspire Heroics. I mean, spamming Psychotic Stream could be funny. It would force the pylons to go a lot faster. And it would stack buffs for Nyarlathotep. No, I think Chambleur will stay. I think the plan is still good to go. Because I think what's going to happen here is if his buffs scale too high and start dealing too much damage, we at least have Desolate Scream to fall back on for Loviatar. Otherwise, we'll just spam Chilling Whale and keep upping the damage of Nyarlathotep and Nurgleth. And of course Mothdet if he desires to hit. If Mothdet doesn't have a stun to remove, probably just going to hit him. Might apply a Cursing Touch. Just for fun. Who knows? As far as Mothdet stats are concerned, I'm still happy with everything here. I do think that it's a pretty good idea on most circumstances to never increase the mummy's initiative. It can't go very fast anyway. But at least with like the lowest level of initiative, he can remove any buff applied to allies at the end of the turn. And I think that's what I'm going for here. That's why I haven't upgraded it at all. If we wait one more level, we can upgrade either Dread or Vigor, whichever we find most desirable, or even Luck if we want to. We've gone with a lot of Luck upgrades here, haven't we? Ooh, 10 Vigor is tempting, but we might go the other way. Who knows? But that will be for next time. The Inventor stands before us. Oh, he's already in the 3rd position. Nice. He stands before us in the correct position to get absolutely chunked by Nyarlathotep and Nurgleth. Boss fight next time, and then we'll go to the 3rd floor where things start getting a little hectic from how I've been informed. Hopefully we can rise to that challenge as well. The Library is also going to be raised to level 4 next time, completing that, giving us the maximum amount of XP required. I think before I begin recording next time, I'm going to sacrifice a bunch of stuff in the artifacts to get experience, to get Relentless Evil, to help us sustain through longer fights. You know, I'll just do it now. Why not? We don't want this.
Fetching.
We do not want this. The Ring of Purity is actually pretty helpful. I don't care about Ribcage Armor. We've used the Pharaoh's Mask before, and I'm really not a fan of it, so it gets to go. Bye-bye. We only need one of these. Oh, maybe we don't need... We're almost there. I want to keep the Void Pennant because of a spell power set. I did want to test at one point in time if the sickle works when you're doing YOLO solo, because that means you just have one minion, and if it's less than 21, you'll get experience. But I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice it. The Hatchet is kind of weak. I think I'm never using this. As cool as it is, I'm never using this. I know that. Plus 13 luck, nifty, yeah, but minus 13 accuracy, nope, I hate missing. It drives me absolutely insane. But there we go, level 32. And we can get Relentless Evil.
I need nothing but my anger to purge this world.
This is really going to help on this boss fight. And of course, Battle Eternal, I think is what we're going to go for next, just because I've never used it before, and I really like Blood Magic. You can purposefully twist this and play with it so that you can get to 100 Wrath, and then you just start casting spells, sometimes for free, or, you know, something that gives you a ton of buffs because you have plus 36 spell power. That would bring us up to, without any of our items equipped, that would bring us up to 67 spell power, more than double what we're currently sitting at. So yeah, I'm excited. I love this Iron line, and I didn't even know about it until last series. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Next time we challenge the leader of the Dwarven Filth, and hopefully destroy him with a stress build, what I've never done before. This is going to be quite intriguing. It will be a battle of attrition, to say the least. And hopefully the Eternal Necromancer comes out first. Actually, now that I think about it, with endless creations behind him, you never really want to challenge a Necromancer to a battle of attrition, huh? That makes sense to me.